What's up everybody and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at this 2024 BMW M340i. This is an xDrive sedan finished in Brooklyn Gray Metallic. MSRP is $66,000. Let's take a full look at what this 3 Series has to offer. So underneath the hood, you're going to find that legendary B58 motor paired to a mild hybrid system. It's a 3-liter inline 6-cylinder with a turbo, pumping out 382 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque. 0 to 60 is about 3.7 seconds, and yet it can still do 23 miles per gallon in the city with 31 out on the highway. Moving to the exterior styling, I love the blacked out design for this particular one. We have a lot of cool packages on this car. Nice dark headlights, LED DRLs and everything. You're gonna see gloss black on the grille, active grille shutters, forward-facing camera, and the kidney shape fits really nicely. Not too big, not too small, really good looking 3 Series front end. You have some more gloss black trim, functional inlets right there for air to pass through the front tires, and you're gonna see more gloss black trim down below that with a large opening. I really like these sharp lines on the hood as well, leading towards that windshield. It's a really good looking car. This design isn't anything crazy new. This has been out for a couple years now, but still is just a good looking car. At the side profile, we have the M Performance brake calipers with the red color. You're also going to see the split 5-spoke gloss black wheels, sharp body line around the fender, and then a sharp body line for the lower portion of these doors. You have your body colored door handles, gloss black mirror caps with turn signals and cameras. You can also see black for the window trim, sunroof up on top with a shark fin antenna, and just a really nice side profile. It's a good sized car, kind of their mid-sized car. The 2 Series sedan would be the smallest, and then this is the next step up. Really good proportions, sharp body lines, just a really nice overall design. I love the updated taillights as well, just giving it a more aggressive appearance. Got all your badging, gloss black trim down below with reflectors and parking sensors, cool looking integrated exhaust tips, and then a small lip spoiler up on top. And I like the fins in the lower portion of the bumper. Moving to the interior, popping open the trunk, you have quite a lot of space. So with those seats down, you can see just how much more room there is versus the standard trunk. Cubby on the left and the right side, and there's latches back here to unlock those seats. Closing that, moving on to the interior itself, we do have the Tacora leather interior. It's a synthetic material, so not genuine leather. However, it does look and feel pretty nice. We have armrests and cup holders right in the center, and I really like how you can pull this down and get cargo area into the trunk with your seats up. Headrest adjusts as well if you need more driver visibility, and then there's vents back here, different zones, 2 USB-Cs, and then some plastic behind the driver's seats. You have some more red on the door panel. Pretty cool looking interior. And then hopping in the back at 5'11", I have good knee room and foot room with the driver's seat at my height. Nice visibility all around. And the seats are pretty comfortable actually. Good recline, good base, to where a grown-up can actually sit back here pretty well. And then opening up the door panel, let's take a look at the driver's seat now. Not too hard to get in and out of the car. Of course, you're gonna have the proximity key and everything like that. So this car has the M Sport Package Pro, Premium Package, Parking Assist, and Shadow Line Package, and then a few others. You're gonna see all the red on the door panel, your lock and unlock, memory seating, window controls, ambient lighting, nice door sill, power controls, and then a leg rest. You have some perforated material in the center of the seats, cool stitching making its way all the way up towards the headrest, and then a nice 3-spoke steering wheel with black leather. And now let's go ahead and fire it up. You got the nice silver trim, cruise control on the left, Bluetooth and audio, heated steering wheel, paddle shifters, and then the stalk on the right for windshield, and then turn signals. Now the LCD display, it's one huge screen, really divided into 2 sections. We have our different drive modes as well, which gives you pretty cool animation and depiction when you cycle through everything. And then you can see your tach and speedometer all on the gauge cluster, which is a really nice look. You have some controls for headlight, air vent, some smooth material, you have your heads-up display, and then this cool plastic material with a nice checkered pattern. So the infotainment screen, climate is always down here, you just tap that, everything pops right up. You can easily adjust your temperature, things like that. On your home screen, you have a few things you can go through, which are actually pretty easy to get used to. Doesn't really take all too much time to understand the screen. We have different apps in the car as well, Bluetooth, audio, all that sort of thing. Audio controls will pop up, phone integration, and then a full screen navigation system. Now if we put it into reverse, you have a backup camera, top-down view. You can adjust your different views as well, and we even get the 360 camera. So pretty nice the way everything is laid out. You can just adjust these for everything, and when you go into drive, it'll change your different guidelines and cameras and things like that. Back into park now. We have your air vents down here in a really cool design. Volume control track. And then when we open this up, we have the cool credit card style key fob, which is a nice touch to see. The pad for it is down here. We have cup holders, USBs, and 12 volt, and then some more silver trim. You can also see shortcuts for traction control, camera, and parking sensors, auto hold and park and brake. And then you have the rotary dial like most BMWs are going to have, so you can easily adjust the screen without having to use the touchscreen. So this certainly makes it a lot easier, really nice touch, and you can write on the top for typing in destinations. You have more of the red material, good size storage, and then a nice size glove box. One last look at the interior. I like the new screen. I think it looks really good in the interior, fits nicely, good use of materials, sunshade up on top for that sunroof, dome lights, control, and then garage door buttons underneath the mirror. All right, setting off now in the 340. This thing packs a nice punch. Obviously the B58 motor with a little bit of that electric assist from the mild hybrid system. This car is quick, and being the xDrive all-wheel drive, you have that traction all the time, regardless of what kind of road surfaces you're on. In the sport mode right now, this car is fun to drive. It handles really well. It feels pretty tight. Steering is nice and tight as well. But the cool thing is, of course, when you tone it down into the eco mode, automatic, the car relaxes, suspension's nice and soft, steering is way more lazy and just super lightweight. And it's a pretty nice, normal, semi-luxurious car. It's not the crazy most refined thing in the world. You know, a 5 or a 7 Series, it's way more luxurious. But this is a nice place to be. Sitting in it, it's super comfortable. The seats are really padded, great visibility. The heads-up display has a really good image on it. Good view over your left and right shoulder, windshield and everything is pretty large. So really no crazy blind spots or anything out of the ordinary. It's just a nice car to be in. The technology also works pretty well, easy to use. While not everyone likes the screen, once you kind of use it more and more, it's pretty easy. And I actually like it quite a lot. It's really simple, just the way it looks. And I like on the right here, this will give you some efficiency data in this drive mode. When I go into sport mode, you get these massive gauges on it now, which is really cool to see. Exiting out there, you can see your horsepower and torque, turbo boost gauge, and temperatures. This thing is fun. Pretty responsive too, and obviously we're not going crazy with it, but I've driven the B58 so many other cars, my own Toyota Supras. I've had friends who have this exact car. This thing is fun. You can truly push it, drive it fast, and it responds like a baby M3. Really can't complain with much of an M340. It's one of the best bang for the buck sports sedans, I would say. Now this costs the same as my own Audi RS3, which is definitely more of a big step up in performance. It has more horsepower, much more performance-focused driving aspects. It's a lot sportier, but this car is a little bit roomier and a little bit, maybe just a tad bit more luxurious, I would say. But even then, I would say the biggest comparison between this and an RS3, this is a little bit bigger, sacrificing a little bit of the agility and performance. RS3, a little bit more compact car with more performance. So kind of a toss-up between the two, just whatever works for the buyer, of course, but this is a pretty good, well-rounded option if you want some serious performance and some good sizing. One weird thing in the sport mode, I can actually hear the fake engine sounds through the speakers. The pops, I'm pretty confident, are coming from the speakers, not the tailpipe. That's one thing I'm noticing, or maybe they're just amplified through the speakers. But I can hear that. I've never actually been able to truly notice it, but I notice it in this. Other than that though, this thing is pretty fun to drive, and it does sound cool though, regardless if it's a lot of fake stuff. But we'll do one more little acceleration. Nicely gets up to speed. M340i, hard car to argue with, really good package inside and out.